One of the award categories here tonight at the CARI Forum EU Business Forum Awards is Emerging Exporter of the Year. Representing the winner, which is GoPex International, is Mr. Robert Van Dyke. Now, Robert, first and foremost, congratulations on winning this Emerging Exporter of the Year. What does it mean for GoPex to be recognized in this way?
Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be the winner in the Emerging Exporter of the Year award. First of all, I accepted the award on behalf of GoPex. I'm myself, I am the director of the Suriname Business Development Center, which is a organization that promotes the local private sector in Suriname. What does it mean? You might have noticed that GoPex was nominated in not only this category, but in 3 other categories as well. It means that GoPex is making significant steps forward. As you know, I mentioned it during the short remarks. Today is a remarkable day because, to me, Suriname now finally is a member of CARICOM. We have felt that we were part of CARICOM, but it seems that there was always a distance. We speak Dutch, you speak English. You know, you cluster together. Yeah. So tonight it's a significant moment that we feel part of CARICOM. Second, for GoPex, it means that a market will open up, the CARICOM market, which is 14 million people, and it will open up a non-traditional export market for GoPex. Third, I think GoPex will need to start cooperating with other companies in the Caribbean, and we all together can make a better life in the Caribbean. That's what it means to us.
And that means a lot to us too. Thank you so much for your time again, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Music was one of the 3 areas looked at the CARI Forum EU Business Forum. And tonight at the inaugural Caribbean Exporters Award, or Exporter of the Year Awards, we were treated to some of the finest across the Caribbean. One of them hails from Barbados. He is Simon Pipe. Simon, first and foremost, a very wonderful performance from you tonight. Really appreciated it. But for you, as a performer out of Barbados and getting around the globe, what are some of the challenges you face exposing your music to various markets?
Well, I guess there's a lot of different challenges that you come across, you know. Even in the Caribbean, travel is expensive. So, you know, just that alone. I was actually discussing with the guys from Nomad's Caribbean tour, and we were just saying that, you know, unfortunately in the region it's quite difficult actually, just because of expenses and so on. But you know, as long as sponsorship comes through, I mean, this is the right place to, you know, push for those things. So hopefully we see those changes come in. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the next step for you? You know, moving forward from here.
Well, I think I made some good links here today and yesterday in the conference on a whole, and then well, I have a lot of work in Barbados to go back to be honest. I run a studio, so I'm producing all the time, working with different artists, and I got lots of messages. Where are you? Yeah. We're ready to record. So yeah, I got work to go back to for sure. So
yeah, that's always a good thing. Once you're working, you're making money. Now, is there any particular sticking point from any of these discussions or roundtable talks that you participated in, that maybe that one nugget that will stick with you certainly?
You know, if there's one thing that I really picked up, is that it's the time for action. We've spoken about things enough. Right. We need to actually implement these things now. The leader of the opposition in Barbados, actually Mia Motley, spoke at the conference this morning, and one of the things she said is that they've been discussing some of these things for about 15-20 years, and we're not seeing these things come about. So if anything, actually one of the businessmen from Jamaica also mentioned it tonight. We just need to start doing some of these things. So this is the first conference of this kind that I've been involved in. So I'm looking forward to see what the follow-up is. Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to the business side of things, and certainly we're looking forward to seeing you on TV, on YouTube, on stages somewhere around the globe.
Of course. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we enter another season of presentation of awards. The first in this section is the Caribbean Exports Choice Award. This will be presented by Ms. Donnelly Bowe, and she's the chairperson of the board for the Caribbean Export Development Agency. And, you know, I've got to say to the entire board and the management of Caribbean Export Development Agency, thank you so much for organizing tonight. It is important to highlight the best among us. This is a special award given to the firm which has taken part in a wide range of initiatives offered by the Caribbean Export and has achieved export success as a result. The awardee embodies all which is necessary and the drive to expand their exports to the world. The winner is Smacks Luxury Group from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to invite the Trinidad and Tobago board representative, Ramesh Ramdin, pardon me, to join the recipient. But let's tell you a little bit about Smacks, because Smacks began in 1979 as a luxury gift shop manned by the matriarch of the Akal family. The company moved into the tea business in 2011. Kiran Akal, the son of the founder, saw an opportunity to take the tea leaves from one part of the world while telling the story of West Indian history and showcasing the essence of Caribbean life. With that, he set about telling the tale of two Indies, East and West, and bringing them together to create a new chapter in Caribbean history. Today, Smacks is the Caribbean's premier luxury tea brand with 11 teas in the company's product range. Smacks teas have won several international awards and were presented to Queen Elizabeth II for her Diamond Jubilee. However, as Kiran began to work with tea, he realized the potential for the company to innovate using the aromatic beverage. Kiran had the desire to create a tea company with a unique model, a tea company which would appeal to people all over the world simply because the company was the only one doing it. This model was one of luxury, quality, and innovation, and with his ambition, Smacks Chai Rum, the world's first tea-infused rum, was created. I need to get me a cup soon, my friend. As soon as I'm through with this wine, we'll work it out. Caribbean Export is proud to have assisted Kiran in expanding his export reach. Kiran first participated in the Design Caribbean Fair in Santo Domingo in 2011. The response to his product was phenomenal. Enthused by this response, Kiran entered and won Caribbean Export's inaugural business competition, Breakpoint, in Grenada the very next year, 2012. He was also given the opportunity to pitch his product to investors in the finals of the competition in London during the London Engage event surrounding the London 2012 Olympics. Smacks also received a direct assistant grant that year to assist with the rebranding of the business and facilitate e-commerce. In 2013, Smacks participated in the Anuga Fair in Germany under Caribbean Exports banner. Participation in Anuga has opened new export markets for Smacks, and in addition to the Caribbean market, the company is now distributing to Europe, specifically Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. The company is also in discussions with buyers in Germany and Italy. Caribbean Export is proud to award Smacks Luxury Group with the Caribbean Exports Choice Award. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving the award is Mr. Kiran Akal, the CEO and Creative Director for Smacks Luxury Group. Congratulations, sir. A few words, if you please.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a word on the lips of people everywhere, whether they come from a country that's developed, developing, or underdeveloped, and that word is innovation. I think that the wonderful thing about innovation is that it knows no prejudice. Economies based on innovation now supersede economies based on traditional commodity. An idea anywhere in the world can change an economy anywhere else in the world. And I'm very proud to say that one of the things that I think has resulted in the success story we have is that we were bold enough to look at something that had been right in front of us all of the time, which is rum, and try and say, how can we change the picture of that? I'm here, in part, and the success story that we have is still unfolding, but I'm here and I have to thank Caribbean Export, and I also have to thank the European Union for their incredible generosity in funding us. And I'd like to say that, like innovation, it's not really about what you have, but what you do with it. And I think that it's not only about the product, it's about what we did with what Caribbean Export gave us and what the European Union has given us. We're continuing to grow, and this story is not over. I'd like to thank you all for this award tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akal, Kiran Akal. Usually when you hear the term smacks, what comes to mind? Probably a little bit of pain. But it's all pleasure when it comes to Smacks, the winner of the Caribbean Choice Award here at the CariForum EU Business Forum, the Caribbean Export of the Year Awards. With me now is Mr. Akal of Smacks. For our viewers though, Mr. Akal, just share with us a little bit about Smacks.
Sure, it's a company that was founded 35 years ago by my mother. It was originally an import and retail company, and about 3 years ago I decided to change it from an import and retail into a manufacturing and export company. And we started off by creating a tea company because, first of all, my family comes from India and we had strong ties to tea estates, and also because my mother also sold a lot of China teapots and teacups and saucers and things, and we drink a lot of tea. And then it evolved into also developing a rum, which was infused with tea and with flower petals, and that came from understanding the history of tea, the history of trade between the East Indies and the West Indies, and also the relationship between rum and tea, which was actually quite a lovely one. So that's how we developed it.
Now, the fact that you're here at the Caribbean Export Awards means that there's been a wonderful market response to your teas and to the rum as well. But just describe for us, if you can, what we can expect when we take a sip of that rum and take a sip of one of your teas.
I think the teas are really amazing, and then one of the reasons about it is that, you know, when I first started the teas, I spoke with one of the best tea growers in India, and he said to me, I wouldn't talk to you unless you had a real valid reason to make tea. If you talk to people in China or to people in India who are making tea, take it very, very seriously. And one of the things about it is that you do have a valid story to tell. And one of the lovely things about the West Indies is that we have a valid story to tell. I think that all the Europeans came here and exploited the West Indies for certain things. And those things were fragrances, spices, sugar. So we are really the land of sugar and spice and everything nice. Yeah. And I said to myself, perhaps I could take this and blend it into tea leaves, which is where my great-grandparents came from, and I could tell a story that is my story. It's not my grandparents' story, and it's not somebody else's story. This is a unique story. It's about two Indies coming together, and the result has been fantastic in the sense that we've been able to get into some of the finest establishments in the world, including having our teas served at the Intercontinental in Cannes, one of the most famous hotels in France for their 100th anniversary, where, you know, the Cannes Film Festival takes place, really. Yeah.
So, while you've been successful so far in your business, there's always room for improvement. Are there any particular points coming out of this forum that you will find useful in your way forward?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't here for most of it because we were at the Wine and Spirits show in the United States, the largest show of the year, promoting chai rum. But one of the things I will tell you is that I've been to quite a few of these events, and they are always helpful. First of all, you get to meet with people from your peer group, you get to meet with people from the West Indies, and then you get to hear from people from international associations that can actually contribute to the way that we do business and how we understand business. And one of the things I have to tell you is that in a very, very short space of time, I've been able to absorb a very large amount of information because of these events. And so they're very, very worthwhile.
Well, we wish you all the very best. I hope soon to take a sip of your teas and especially your rum, sir.
I'm sending you a sample of both.
Excellent. That's Mr. Akal of Smacks. And you're watching Business Access TV here at the Caribbean Export of the Year Awards. The next award, Special Award for Excellence in Service Exports. This award will be presented by Mr. Robert Scott, Vice President for Export and Market Development with Jampro. This special award recognizes an outstanding Caribbean firm whose primary area of business is the provision of services. This firm has successfully exported its services to the global market. 6 nominees, and they are the Arthur Lockjack Graduate School of Business, Geotech Vision Enterprises Limited, Gopex International, Gruppe Amen, University of the West Indies, St. Augustine Campus, and Very Nice. A round of applause for the nominees, please. Followed by the drum roll, because the winner of this award goes to Geotech Visions Enterprises Limited from Jamaica. Geotech Vision Enterprises Limited is a private company which specializes in innovative spatial technology and ICT solutions. The company is registered in Jamaica and was first incorporated on November 10, 2008. Since then, Geotech Vision Guyana has been incorporated as an external company in January 2012. Geotech Vision has a big footprint across the Caribbean, having done business in some 14 territories across the region. With a mission to deliver innovative geospatial ICT and engineering solutions which help clients to leverage technologies that deliver expected benefits and maximize return on investment, Geotech Vision focuses on delivering value through innovative solutions. That's their tagline. Though a relatively young company, Geotech Vision has recognized and received awards from the national level to the international stage. Caribbean Export is proud to add another award to their trophy case. Receiving the award is Ms. Valerie Grant. She is the Managing Director of Geotech Visions Enterprises. And of course, Mr. Robert Scott is the Board Director from Jamaica. Congratulations, Valerie and Geotech Visions Enterprises Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my Geotech Vision team, we are indeed humbled and honored to be here. I want to take the opportunity to really congratulate all the nominees and the winners tonight. You've all done very well. Our journey began some 6 years ago when I was a sole person at Geotech Vision. And 6 years later, we've grown to having 16 employees. We also have a footprint across the Caribbean. We have another location, and we have on-call consultants. Like the game of football, business is such that you have to make tactical changes and strategic moves, and so that's what we've been doing at Geotech Vision. There has been many challenges, but we've managed to overcome those challenges. And at this stage, we are continuing to be disruptive, to push the boundaries. We know nothing else, and so we are going to work to continue to achieve success. And I want to really thank the persons for this award because it does two things. It reassures us that we've been doing something right, and it reminds us that we could not have done it alone. And so we want to thank our family, our friends, our supporters, and indeed our clients and our creator. And with that said, thank you very much, Caribbean Export, for this award.
The Female Exporter of the Year award recognizes a company who has achieved excellence in exporting and whose principal shareholder is female. 7 nominees. They are Aurora Dominicana, Belizean Artwork Publishing, Carita Jamaica Limited, Geotech Vision Enterprises Limited, Laboratorios Q&S, South American Cocoa Company, and Southside Distributors Limited. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Female Exporter of the Year hails from the land of wood and water, donning the black, green, and gold quite proudly for Jamaica. Southside Distributors, congratulations! Receiving the award is Miss Denise Palmer. She's the founder of Southside Distributors, and accompanying her will also be Mr. Robert Scott, the Jamaican representative on the board of the Caribbean Export Development Agency. But about Southside Distributors Limited, this company was established 9 years ago, in 2006. The company manufactures and supplies jerk seasoning, sauces, canned juices, canned akis, canned callaloo, and Solomon Gonde to the local and international markets. Since its inception, Southside Distributors has expanded its operations in terms of its physical infrastructure, products line, and market share. Most notably, in 2013, they had an 80% increase over 2012. This has enabled the company's growth in becoming one of the local standard bearers in the community of Junction and its environs. The company distributes its products in both the domestic and international markets and has seen an increase in its market share on both fronts. In 2012, 2 major distribution agreements were finalized, which saw Southside significantly increasing exports to the United Kingdom and the United States. The international appeal of the company's canned ackee, canned callaloo, and jerk products, as well as an increased marketing thrust, have created significant buyer and distributor interests, and additional contracts are now being finalized for further exports to the US, UK, and Canada. Congratulations, Southside Distributors. Here comes Miss Denise Palmer, the founder of Southside Distributors, and Mr. Robert Scott, representing Jamaica on the board.
All protocols observed. I want to say thanks to Almighty God because I know He was the one who gave me the vision 9 years ago, and He has held my hand since. I want to say thanks to Caribbean Export, not only for this award, but for the many benefits that I've got in terms of workshop, in terms of grants, just significant support from Caribbean Export. I want to also mention Jampro, who has enabled us to have grown in terms of export as well. As it report, I want to specifically mention Export Max program, which I was a part, and that has helped us to increase our export sales significantly. Also, I have to mention JEA, and I want to thank all of those entities for their support because we could not have done it alone. I want to give thanks for the entire team at Southside Distributors. We have a strong team, which my daughter, Cassina Dunkley, is a part. And she's very supportive, and I want to give thanks to her over there. She has always been supportive to Mommy, and I have to recognize the team as well. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. And thanks on behalf of Jamaica. I will continue to make Jamaica proud. I believe whatever gets us here will not get us there, and we'll continue to work hard and widen the pie, because what we decide the size of the pie that we get based on how aggressive we are. And that's what we intend to do at Southside Distributors Limited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ladies, you will love him. From all corners of the globe, ladies adore him. For his physique, but also for his voice. No, it's true. I've been made to feel jealous because my go concert, right? Hezron is performing and my girl completely forgets that I'm there. Completely. And me need some instructions, Hezron, how forget. You know what I mean? Just push-ups. Countryman thing. Of course, he's a son of the soil from right here in St. James. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be wowed by the powerful Hezron Clark. Make some noise, show some love for Hezron.
This morning we get the vibes to write a love song. Kiss the empress on her cheeks, they won't belong. Hit the streets, pick up a spliff and a one dragon. Now to all amazing this summer Gideon. When we reach the stoplight, it broke the heart. You baby girl, prostitute with your life. Monkey belly youths and your glass of wine. When I beg left over food and I make car from last night. Like our movie, it gives me the greens. Babylon, I keep them stars and I clean the streets. No provisions made for the vendors to eat. Tax increase for poor people every week. Tired of empty promises, yes. Tired of campaigns and pretty speech. Never cash back a picture and no peers. You will get a thing for it. Lord, I just wanna survive, yes. But the system is so unbearable. Give my strength to face tomorrow. Lord, in my cry, I just want to survive this, but the system is so unbearable. Give my strength to face tomorrow. The 20 push-up and that never work. 20 more and make whole body drop a dirt. White squalling of the belly and mess with me nerves. One bag of subjects I can't get no work, no. Heart is willing but the pocket weak. Tired to see the youth sleep on cold concrete. Politicians have to see that and go bed go sleep. Feeling on me heart and my body get weak. Sometimes when I see them things when I climb a lot back. Sometimes I think I pray a little too much. Almost feels on my knees to kneel. Blisters I'm gone from over praying. Lord, I just want to survive this, but the system is so unbearable. Give my strength to face tomorrow. Lord, hear my cry. Carry back for yes, just put you right up in the sky. But this is your season to fly. Put your troubles aside. You got a reason to try. Point your hands to the sky. But this is your season to fly. When the troubles of life try to get you down, so brush it off with a smile. Yes, yes, sir. Hey, just listen to those three birds standing at your doorstep singing. Say, don't you worry about a thing, cause everything's gonna be alright. Just put your head up in the sky, cause this is your season to fly. Just put your troubles aside, you got a reason to try. Point your hands to the sky, cause this is your season to fly. Yes, that's all now. Isn't it amazing? Life has a way of providing for the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, the butterfly. Yes, and hey, so don't you worry about a thing. No negative energy, no. Just brush it off and fight it off and rise up and shine. Yeah. Just put your head up in the sky, but this is the season to fly. Put your troubles aside, you got a reason to shine. Put your hands to the sky, but this is your season.